That was a pretty amazing moment because we spent like 2 hours, I think, looking for the way a little bit. So it was like not giving any big hope for continuation, and to just end the cave after some 6 in the huge boulder choke after around 20 years of exploration would be a bit of pity.
So here we're back, 2024 for the exploration of Bel Torrente.
Safety spool, closen, jawohl. Pigtail, her mit Lampe, jawohl.
Das ist der Plan.
Aber jetzt verstehe ich wirklich.
Show you some good stuff. Particularly a lot of the things you see, we are all. Yeah.
About the pleasure, and being part of this team with these guys, with these toys, and it's just so well organized, and you want to be on that more and more, no? So
We're just like, hey, by the way, this could good shit.
I mean, in the 30s it was very easy to find unclimbed mountains, and there was like Neuland, like undiscovered places all over the world. But nowadays it's very difficult. The last unknown places are underwater, and most of them in caves. And to be one of the few guys to get to these places, you need first of all a special kind of skill set. You need to be able to dive with mixed gases. You need to be able to drive a DPV with heavy loads. Pack dry tubes with stuff you really need, like essentials. Not everything, not all the luxury stuff, just the basics. Be efficient whenever you can. When you need some speleo skills, you need to upside, you need to climb up a rope. You need to be physically strong to carry heavy loads over a long distance. You need climbing skills, all that stuff. And the most important thing, if you have all the gear, you have all the skills and experience, the most important thing that makes the difference between an explorer and let's say a cave diver is the mindset. When you're tired and your whole body is hurting, when you keep going, you keep helping your teammates, because a team is always stronger than a single person, 100%. We proved it many times. And we were in a really strong team, and out of 8 billion people in the world, we were like the first 6 eyes who saw the new passages.
You're driving like hell, my friend.
So as we discussed the last time, we did again the first day a proper setup dive. So we actually pulled most of the gear to S1.
There's many aspects that are involved that all must work together for a good team to happen. People need to have individual skills so that they can do certain jobs that other people can't. But then everyone also has to have common skills and be able to work together. There has to be a common goal, a common thread, and then there must be good team leadership as well, which I think in this particular project, everything really came together and every aspect worked more efficiently than anybody expected it to. And that goes up to good leadership, that goes up to good individual skills and abilities, and I'm sure there's a lot of luck thrown in there as well. You can never forget Lady Luck.
We are actually in base camp 2. We just arrived for maybe an hour ago, and everybody was setting up the campsite and organize ourselves. So what I'm doing now, I mark the area with SKEP, Super Monte Cast Exploration Project 2024. That's the team right now.
This time in the campsite we had oxygen Dragon booster with us, hand pump booster that we are able to really boost up our oxygen tanks.
All the team was equipped with rebreathers, very lightweight rebreathers, to be able to do all the explorations and transports and the diving. Also in the exploration and the pushes with rebreathers. And to make this as efficient as possible, we brought a manual operated booster pump. So we only have to carry small tanks and be able to compress them again to high pressure at the camp. So this was one of the projects we tested this year, and we were quite successful doing it. And I was the guy to build this this machine and to transport it in the cave, set it up and operate it.
So the first day, on this day, it was 24. We start carrying all the other gear which we need for the push divers to S3, start of S3. So this day was full packed of work, of load, of traveling, traversing multiple times. From the main camp to S3, which it took us around 45-50 minutes one way.
Have equal opportunities when it comes to duties. Big ones, small ones, round ones. The tsunami duties are pretty cool.
To just reach the S3. So when we came back on 24, it was late night. We started to cook, we started to eat, we had fun, you know. So we make the plan for the next day.
Junge, wie es abgeht. That's why we need to eat a lot.
That's enough, and I'm gonna hey! Sitting at camp 2, me and Ollie said Ollie here put together something quite spectacular. It's right here behind me, and you might be able to see. Pop it up! Pump it up! Pump it up! I said, pump it up. Pump it up. So you guys can learn. Pump it up. 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 Pump it up.
Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. What you doing?
I'm filming just a little bit.
What are you doing? Guess it's time to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I went and bought this thing, dried it, and then I refilled it with the scrubber. yesterday. We did a big push through Sump 2, and we built up the campsite. Everything was great, everything was on order and in place, and we did as well a lot of transportation to S3. Okay, so today's mission is to pack smaller stuff, walk back to S3, start to descend and start to dive in S3. So the push team will be Vitek, and there will be Max and myself. What we do is we transport after S3 all the gear to start of S4. That's roughly about a half kilometer. The terrain is very difficult to walk, it will be not easy, and I think we have around 3 trips to do, so that means each trip is around 40-45 minutes of walk. So we will traversing all day long. The worst thing to do is in the morning to get into the cold wetsuit for the whole full day. So after sleeping, after coming out from the sleeping bag and everything is warm and you eat good, painful, very painful.
This has to go down.
This has to go down.
I mean, everything here.
Let's go. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's do it, huh? Let's do it, guys. After you, Brian, we'll go over there. Hitting a little bit on the rope. Okay? Yeah. Cool. So we are going further, huh? Now where is the company car? Alright. Okay, thank you. Good. Yeah. Ready? More stuff happening?
So what we did already was on S3, we had all the gear. We start on 25 to dive the S3, and this time the cool thing was we have a possibility of using the Seacraft Go scooter. So each of us, Max Farr, Vital Hoffman and myself, we used the Go scooter to dive in S3, S4 and S5. So that was the major plan, and it was a super success, because with this scooter we have the possibility to really shortcut the time underwater. So we passed S3. What we had to do in this day was carrying all the gear from the end of S3 to S5. So that was quite some task to do, because we have a lot of gear. We have back mount rebreathers, we have 2 cases, we have 1 chimney. So all the rebreathers had to push to S4, and as well we had to push tanks to S4, that we can do the really good push. So 26 was actually the first push dive we did, and as I told, we had the possibility to dive with a backmount rebreather, bailout tanks and a scooter through S4, pass over the sand dune and actually continue to dive in S5. It was absolutely dream for me. I never expect that a couple of years ago when we found S5 that I had the possibility to really scooter in a sub 5 situation here in Bel Torrente because it's so far away from the entrance. But we had the possibility with these scooters to scooter through S5. It was a super cool dive, super fun. It was a ½ kilometer of traversing, and we exit after 6.5. We exit in the try area, which we already found. So everything was cool. I was able to walk safe over this huge, massive boulder choke area, and we actually reached S6. Soon I went in the water. It was great because with the help from Vitek and Max, they had the tanks already there, they had the gear already there, so I start already soon to prepare myself, put the tanks on, did a quick check with the rebreather, and then I fixed the primary tie off a little bit on the water surface, turned around, put the exploration reel in my hands and started dive. So that was pretty cool. So what I found around an 8 meter deep passage, around diameter 2-3 meters wide, so pretty good size. It was really fantastic to do this dive here. And after around maybe 90 meters, I exit to the surface. Nothing really special happened. It's a nice underwater passage, but pretty short. So I exit to the surface. It was actually in an area like this. Another ramp, went over again, saw another lake, but then I decide maybe here it's the time to turn around because maybe I can tell the guys, hey guys, take your tanks, OC tanks, we transport it to S6 and we can continue the exploration, which I was looking for because it makes more fun when you are together. We start to do some mapping with the Disto X and drawings and everything, so I helped the guys with some materials, and as well I went further because my job was a little bit to scout more what happens in the newer passages and new galleries. The job for the mapping, you can do this with 2, no problem, doesn't need a 3rd person, so I was scouting a little bit further on. We end up here in a breakdown, a big breakdown, a boulder choke, and we said, oh no, impossible. So we looked around and every sign of the water flow, it shows us, here it goes. But a breakdown was there. So we stopped at the breakdown and we said, okay, maybe this could be the end in general of this exploration. So we are at the end of the passage after S6. Vitek is already in front we have a boulder choke. So he already started dig and pushed some rocks away. So he did some echo tests with his voice. And it looks like that there is a chamber in the back. So right now, so he's testing the echo and the echo is coming back. That means there is maybe a chamber in the back. So next is Max is trying to reach Vitek and help on the boulder choke to find maybe a passage.
And after going through some squeezes and moving some rocks, I was able to see like small opening like 10 centimeter wide on the end of the small gallery to some chamber. And when I shout there, we could hear the echo just coming back, like a big echo return. So echo was coming back, and when there is echo in the room, that means it's probably connected to something a little bit bigger, and that gave us hope that we could pass. But I could not dig through in this section, so we repositioned Max to exactly this point. So he will be like a voice lantern, and I try to go from the top to relocate the place in the pile where is Max, and maybe look for the other way to the open space. And then on the top, after digging some loose rock in quite unstable top part of the breakdown, after a squeeze, I managed to enter another chamber which had a shaft, like 10-meter deep shaft between boulders just going straight down on the wall to the chamber. So down climbed it, took a look in the gallery, and that was it.
So, alright, Vitek, what is the situation right now?
So I'm right in the continuation of the cave. We passed a little bit the breakdown, and on the top there's a fissure, and when we shout inside there's echo coming back. I can see a void, so we need to reach it. We try to look for other way because it's too small to pass now. Maybe we can do it today. So guys, please tell me now where we are, what's going on, and how big miracle is that we actually have a GoPro to make a video.
So today is the day of the miracles. First of all, we were looking for the lead, and when we managed to get through a fucking breakdown or through a boulder choke, it's unbelievable. Vitek found the way, and when we are back to the river, and it's going, and it's super beautiful.
But when doing that, our team, we don't tell who, but put the GoPro right in the boulder choke, where we had to carefully go from below, pass several restrictions, and recover the GoPro.
Yeah,
so we can be broadcasting to you. Fuck.
And boom, the gallery starts again. This is all the new passages with a lot of lakes and all this dry area. So we swimmed a lot, we climbed, we swim until we reached the end of sump 7. We saw the water line is closing. We checked with the mask, and on the water we saw pretty sure a depth of 8 meters, maybe 15-20 meter white tunnel, just black, and pretty sure S7 is the next task to do. So in general, it was absolutely a mind-blowing exploration. Actually, we didn't expect that we can do so much as we really did. So for me personally, I'm super happy with the result, because the next project starts in 2025, and our mission will be to dive S7 and go further. So follow the river.